We're going to walk you through the installation of your new reverse osmosis system. Installing fresh, clean drinking water in your home is easy. For setup, we've included a faucet, all the filters you need, and a tank. First, we're going to show you how to connect, lock, and remove. Pull out the lock. The collet is this small moving piece at the end of the fitting. Use a locking clip to secure the connection by sliding the open end of the clip between the collet and fitting. The tubing will go 5/8 of an inch into the collet before the lock is activated. Once the tubing is locked, use a locking clip to secure the connection by sliding the open end of the clip between the collet and fitting. First, clear your installation space and make sure you have the room you need for all system components. Find your cold water supply and turn it off completely. You can secure the adapter valve either directly to the cold water valve or further up the line. For half-inch connections, attach the adapter nut like so. Cut the red tube. Remove the screws. And install it on red tube. Connect the red tubing to the feed water valve. Unwrap a pad. Place it inside the stop valve. Then close the valve. Position the leak stop valves beside the system on the cabinet floor. Connect the red tubing to the end part of the leak stop valve. And then, install the lock button. Cut the white tube. Connect the white tube from the sediment filter to the out part of the leak stop valve. And then, install the lock button. Pull out the lock. Connect the white tubing to the feed water in. And then, install the lock button. Screw the tank valve onto the stem. Pull out the lock. And connect with yellow tubing. And then, install the lock button. Place the tank in the desired location. Pull out the lock. Connect to the yellow tubing to the PAC filter on the system. And then, install the lock button. First, find a good location, and drilling a hole will not damage pipes or wiring. Put the base plate and rubber washer. Then put the faucet stem through the hole. Make sure your faucet sits in the middle of the hole. Under the counter, put the rubber washer. Then hex nut onto the stem. Put screws on blue tubing. Install a plastic ring. And push the faucet adapter onto the tube. Tighten the faucet adapter onto the faucet stem. Pull out the lock. Connect the blue tubing to faucet filter. And then, install the lock button. Remove the screws. Connect the black tubing to the flow restrictor. Attach the foam gasket aligned with the hole on the inside of the clamp. Use your 1/4-inch drill. Be careful to only drill through one side of the pipe. Put both halves together on the pipe aligned with the hole you drilled. Secure the clamp to the pipe with the bolts. Connect the black tubing to the drain saddle. And then, install the lock button. Take the top part of the system and tighten the membrane housing cap by hand or with your smaller housing wrench. Stand the filter housings in the correct order. Look to make sure that the O-rings Now your RO system installation is ready to go. Make sure the tank valve is closed, then open the cold water valve and feed the adapter valve. Wait up to 10 minutes for water to start dripping. Now let the system fill one final time and sit overnight before you flush again. Once the next tank is filled, your water is ready for drinking.